Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
As Nigeria battles the dreaded coronavirus, government urges citizens to observe strictly the various personal hygiene protocols, such as the use of hand sanitizer and wearing of face mask. These are part of measures to flatten the disturbing and rising curve of cases of COVID-19 in the country. As the nation contends with the devastating effects of the virus on our socio-economic lives, the Standards Organization of Nigeria boosts capacity to promote standardization in Nigeria in line with global best practices, take delivery of its new complex in Ogba, Lagos. Stakeholders examine commitment to prosecuting importers and manufacturers of substandard products in Nigeria, pledges support to the agency to get offenders punished by law. A warm welcome to Nigeria's finest brand, Standard and You, an initiative of the SON aimed at empowering consumers with information on product safety and quality. 6:30 p.m. is our transmission time on Nigeria's foremost television station, the NTA, every Monday. Please accept the assurances of the warm regards of the agency's Director General, Osita Bolma Esquire, dedicated management and staff of the SON. My name is Ifoma Okonkwo. Stay tuned and enjoy the program.
Muna fata shekaru na da za su zo, mutanen mu za su yi la'akari da aikin da muke yi, kuma za su lura cewa ya fi cancanta ka sai abu na kwarai da ka sai abu na arha.
Anyị mezie n'obodo anyị a, ka anyị mee ka ihe a na-eme n'obodo anyị a, ma ihe a na-ebubata n'obodo anyị a ọ dị mma. Anyị na-ayọ biko ka anyị jikọọ aka, na asị na ofu aka adịghị ekechi ngwugwu. Ka anyị jikọọ aka ka Nigeria wee wọrọ anyị obodo.
Ẹ ká lajú wálẹ̀, gbogbo tá a bá máa fowó wa rà, ká rí pé ó tó pé ojú òṣùwọ̀n. Èyí tí ò bá yé wa, àgbẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ tó wà sọ́nà. Èyí tó bá dẹ̀ rà tí ò bá pójú òṣùwọ̀n, ẹ lọ sí Standard Organization iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó bá súnmọ́ yín jù, ẹ lọ ṣàlàyé fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
You're watching Standard and You, brought to you by the SON. We shall continue to expand our capacity to tackling the menace of fake goods in Nigeria and promote quality. Director General of the SON assures Nigerians as the agency takes possession of a brand new office complex in Ogba, Lagos State. Lucy tells us more.
Since he assumed office as Director General of Nigeria's most responsive agency, Osita Aboloma has left no one in doubt of his determination to expand SON's quality infrastructure but create a conducive environment for officials of the agency to work and achieve success in the discharge of their duties. It's no longer news that the agency has witnessed huge investment in both infrastructural and human capital development aimed at repositioning the Standards Organization of Nigeria. This newly constructed three-story administrative complex in Ogba, Lagos State, is the latest of such infrastructural expansion by the amiable Director General of the SON, Osita Aboloma.
Compliance with the provision of ISO 9001, that's clause 713 and 714, whereby it is expected that management should provide a conducive environment as well as a good infrastructure in order to improve on efficiency and effectiveness of staff. And that is one of the reasons and the key points that made the management look at it that while you are preaching for the compliance with all these provisions, it is also incumbent on it to do as it is preaching. That's why this administrative block is erected here, like you can see. It's also a thing of pride that an infrastructure of this magnitude was started within this management's tenure and also being completed within the same tenure. So it's a great thing of joy, and it will add to a lot of manpower's output and input, like you know. And we congratulate the DG for this great feat.
The building, with offices fully air-conditioned, is no doubt a conducive environment to enhance the operations of officials of SON.
Laboratory is built for equipment and other support services, so the human traffic to the lab will be reduced, which is the best practice all over the world, and other servers that have not been part of this can now, will come in to occupy the place, and is controlled. Like, since we have been using this lab, we can control our resources, the energy inflow. There are support services. If the national grid is off, all those can be managed well when you are in a facility that belongs to your organization, not a shared facility with some other people.
We are building permanent structures to house Standards Organization of Nigeria staff, where there will be ample space to carry out standardization work, where there will be a convenient and conducive environment for the staff, to work, where, stakeholders and customers would have a conducive environment to receive the services of SON. So those structures all around the country are in addition to provide state office accommodation and regional office accommodation, as well as laboratory complexes. That's what they all are. What you have here at Ogba is now the administrative building complementing, the 35 lab complex that we're standing before now, where you can also now have a lot of other activities. That's the whole idea of ensuring that the infrastructural goal of the chief executive for the organization, is realized. And I'm happy that within a period of 3 years plus, all of that, has come to fruition. Ado Ekiti is fully ready. Uyo is fully ready. Of course, this one, the headquarters annex in Abuja is fully ready. The FCT regional, state and laboratory complex is ready. Work is still going on in Bauchi, is also almost completed. Work is going on in Lokoja, So, and all of those should be ready in, next few months, 1 or 2 months from now.
Aboloma, he is committed to raising a dedicated and committed workforce that is not just productive, but effective. For him, staff welfare is very important and must be taken seriously, describing the new office as a moral booster for increased productivity. Some members of staff of the agency bared their minds on the new office.
Beautiful, wonderful. It's a great achievement. It's something we've been thinking is impossible. But look at it, the finishing is so good. Clean finishing, beautiful image. I will say if we have this again, more, I think the organization is where it should be. These are the things we needed all these years. Of course it will, it's motivational on its own. Coming in to see a building of this nature, you understand, on its own, you're coming to the office to go into a building of this nature, it motivates you. It gives you a sense of belonging. That's what we say, beautiful, comfortable, and wonderful work environment. Because when you have a good work environment where you sit down comfortably, where you have all that you need to make you perform, the sky is your limit.
I know one of the major challenges we have was space constriction. Okay, I've been in the lab and I know what we're battling with. Having a space to work as a laboratory analyst. Most times we'll be using the same place that you use for your analysis. You use the same place to impute your records. That same place serves as your office, which is not healthy in itself. But having a complex such as this will give you an opportunity to have an office space yourself. Okay, and considering the number of clients that we have here, okay, we are dealing with importers, manufacturers and all that. Most times they come for meetings. They will be battling for where to even park their cars. That was one of the major challenges we had in Lekki then. Most times we could constitute a kind of a traffic congestion along the Victoria Road Bikers Street, if you are aware of that our street there. But here now we have an office complex where we now have enough space for clients to walk in and park their car comfortably. So to me, it's a good way to start. They said that it's never too late. This is what we've been yearning for, and this administration, I must confess, they've done us really proud.
I want to express a very big congratulations to the DG and the management for this feat and for taking the strength to complete this building. In the past, there are some operations that will need to liaise between Ogba and Lekki, and that was consuming a lot of time and a lot of resources. But right now, with the new building and the staff that are coming in, is going to reduce cost. It's going to reduce man-hour that used to be spent on the road. And then, of course, with the interest and then the unity that all of us used to work together before, is going to increase the efficiency of all of our operations.
Construction of the new office complex began in 2017 and ended in 2020.
Kudos to the people's DG and one big bossa to a man who knows how to put smile on the faces of his staff, our own amiable Director General Osita Aboloma. Well done. When we told you that we have legal backing to prosecute importers or manufacturers of fake goods in Nigeria, we meant every word. In case you missed our last edition, 2 persons caught producing adulterated engine oil in the country last year have been convicted by a federal high court in Lagos. It's not the first nor the second by the SON to ensure that offenders pay for their wicked and greedy acts. Reactions have continued to trail the recent court verdict as stakeholders commend the SON for a job well done. Please take a listen.
Remember this raid by officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria in one of the suburbs in Lagos by some unscrupulous businessmen? It was made possible by a tip-off from a good-spirited Nigerian, which led to the arrest of the perpetrators of the illegal production of adulterated engine oil sold in containers of popular brands. Engineer Enebi Onucheyo, who led that enforcement by the SON, told Nigerians that with the Director General of the agency, it was no longer business as usual, stating clearly that those caught with the seizure will be prosecuted.
2 people that were sent to jail, they manufactured locally, but they were a kind of adulterating people's product. They have all manner of keg, Total, Mobile, and all this keg there. When they finish boiling, doing their adulteration, they package it in these known brown kegs and then take it to the market. We took from that place almost about, 170 something drums of engine oil. That's a waste. The little money they have invested in that, it has turned to be a waste. You understand? So it is good Nigerians begin to learn. Sending them to jail is a message to every Nigerian businessman that doing it their own way, which is the shortcut to money making, do not actually translate into money making. It could translate. The percentage, if you put them on a scale of 1 to 5, there is 5% reality that you could go to jail and lose that money. So that is just the message you pass to Nigeria. They should know that there is no shortcut to making money. You must go through the rudiments, the true way of making this money.
According to him, the various convictions of unscrupulous importers and manufacturers of fake and substandard products in the country is a clear indication that the war against fake goods does not end at destruction of seizures, but ensure that offenders are put behind bars.
We are winning. We still have more cases in court.
Bola Fashino is Public Relations Officer of the SON. He puts the various convictions by the agency in perspective.
The issue of conviction started about 3 years ago. To date, we have had more than 15 convictions for different offenses. I think this set for engine oil, adulteration are about the third set in engine oil. We've had people convicted, for importing tires that are substandard, for roofing sheets that are substandard, for cables that are substandard, and there are still many, ongoing cases in courts around the country. It is the opportunity to test the SON Act number 14 of 2015, which the current chief executive was lucky to find. While all his predecessors fought for that law, he was the one that came to actually put that law, to test. And we're lucky. The powers that are conferred on the organization by that law and the cooperation of the judiciary also is a big one. And that is not to take away from the massive support from the security agencies. Because if you catch them and you do not have good evidence, you might not be able to serve the cause of justice. All we are about is to serve the cause of justice and to let people know that they will take responsibility for their actions. Anybody who chooses to deal in, import or distribute substandard life-endangering products will have the SON Act number 14 of 2015 to contend with. So that is it. It's to serve the cause of justice.
Stakeholders who spoke to Standard & You described the conviction of the illegal businessmen as commendable. They were optimistic that it will serve as strong signal to others in the act of cloning other people's brands to desist from the unpatriotic and selfish business before they are caught and prosecuted by the SON.
For prosecuting offenders of adulterated or substandard goods, it's very, very much welcomed. In the sense that we are talking of engine oil. People might think, is it engine oil? What is it a common product? But they don't know the extent the adulterated engine oil will do to the engine. Nobody knows where the motor will knock. What will happen to the individual that is in that particular vehicle?
Persecuting people who is bringing fake products. Definitely, that is one of the key to sanitize the system. Once it's obvious, definitely, many will actually give up. Or if they want to continue the business, they have to do the right thing.
And according to the law, they say the ignorance is not an excuse in law. That we showed people that SON, under the leadership of Barrister Osita Aboloma, mean business to make sure that the history of counterfeiting of any material of substandard is history in this country.
They told Standard & You that they were particularly impressed by the visionary and purposeful leadership style of Osita Aboloma, adding that his passion for excellence and determination to protect consumers from fake and substandard products is unrivaled.
I can pinpoint 2 key seminars, okay? 2 key seminars under his leadership in Alaba. And if you participated in the seminars actively, you know you're taking something home. So if a leadership that brings in seminars to enlighten people, that is one of the key is a very vital key in any sector.
We are partners. I know the time we followed him to Ibadan to go to tire associations, tire markets, and fish out tires that have been expired. So if they continue like that in other products, well, they are doing wonderful work.
The DG of SON has made a sure and double sure by visiting us here, disengaging all these numerous engagements, to engage himself into this very particular market called the electrical and urban traditional, to settle with us and to tell us the importance of bringing in standard goods. He said if we maintain standard, that the whole world will know that we are dealing on standard and they will be coming to us. That if we are dealing on substandard, we can do business for 1 year and the rest years there will be no business because people have known us as counterfeit market. And at the same time, he educated us more that we are dealing on electrical spare parts, that we should know that what we are dealing on is life-endangering material. Life-endangering material in the sense that this electrical part, it can shock and kill anybody. That if we bring a counterfeit product and sell, do we know who is going to use it? Is it our brother, our sister, or whoever? So it's wise for us to deal on standard products. So the DG is doing his best.
For the DG and his team of dedicated officers, you are either doing it right or be shown the way out of that illegal business, because Nigeria is no longer a dumping ground for fake, adulterated, counterfeit and substandard products.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigeria SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards to improve made in Nigeria products for export. We have developed more standards for products like sesame, cocoa, gari, and more, courtesy of our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turned around time for SUNCAP, MANCAP, and other certification processes. SON has intensified market surveillance, raids, and seizures to reduce substandard products in circulation, and offenders shall be prosecuted. Join SON in ridding our nation of substandard products. If you see something, say something. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
Do not say that we did not tell you. If you think you can continue to flood our markets with fake goods and deny the rest of us value for our money and smile to the banks, the time to quit is now. This is because we, yes, the SON, will come after you, destroy those bad products, and not just send you out of business, but to jail. Alimot is already waiting to treat our messages in our feedback corner. Over to you, Alimot, and good to see you.
Thank you, Ifoma. Nice to see you. To our Muslim brothers and sisters, hope you had a splendid celebration. Buying and selling is an integral part of our everyday living. We cannot overlook the fact that our insatiable needs make us demand for various goods and services. Before making a purchase, there are a lot of factors to consider, no doubt. But you must know that buying a product isn't just about the price, it's about getting value for money. It's not just about the quantity, it's about how well the product serves you. It's not just about making a purchase, it's about knowing what to look out for in order to buy right. In the same vein, selling a product isn't just about making profits, it's about satisfying consumer needs. It's not just about having buyers, it's about gaining consumer confidence and loyalty. It's not just about selling, it's about complying with standards to sell authentic. Whether you're a consumer, manufacturer, or an importer, you have responsibilities beyond buying, producing, or selling products. Join the Quality Vanguard by insisting on quality and reporting cases of fake and substandard products to the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Now over to some of the messages we received last week. Evelyn Ifiadi says, I am most delighted with the Director General Barrister Osita Aboloma Esquire and the entire staff of Standards Organization of Nigeria on their persistent efforts to level up with international standard through provision of accredited laboratories and other protective equipment. Your efforts can go a long way to provide a lasting and permanent solution to this deadly pandemic. I am always overwhelmed after watching your program. God bless you and more grace to your elbow. Thank you so much. It's nice to hear from you. We'll continue to do our best to contribute to the fight against the pandemic. Anonymous message says, I want to know more about registering my products. Alright, for information about product registration, you can visit our website at www.son.gov.ng, where you find an online registration portal. Ridwan Olumegbon from Lagos says, please, how can someone know the original products from the fake ones? Because most of those products always resemble each other without difference. Thank you so much. Differentiating authentic products from fake ones starts with having deep knowledge of the products or getting the assistance of someone who does. Also, look out for SON certification marks and products for assurance, purchase from visible outlets, and endeavor to obtain receipts carrying the correct address of the seller. Take time to complain to SON or other regulatory agencies if dissatisfied. Another message here says, God bless Standard and you. We are enjoying your program. Keep it up. Thank you so much and keep watching. And that's the much we can take on the feedback segment of the program. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. Do you have a question, complaint, or suggestion? You can send in your messages with your full name and location to the number 0705-972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can catch up with missed episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Stay safe.
Why you dey buy fake product? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life.